Hello to all of my wonderful Capricorns. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a very special reading on today, Capricorns. Hopefully you all are having a fantastic day today, but then again, I know you are because that's the intention you set. Yes. We're going to get right into your general reading. Yes, if you're interested in a personal reading, go to queenamunra.com and schedule an appointment there. Love to talk to you. Yes, so Capricorn, let's get right into it. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my wonderful Capricorns as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions, and spirituality, and where they need to take action. I'm talking to the Capricorns who are very loyal, hardworking team players who are also very, very ambitious, classy, responsible, self-discipline, exhibit a great deal of self-control, and they are great managers of people, money, and time. I'm talking to you, and you, gods and goddesses. Also, greatest of all time, sea goats. Yes, indeed, your ruling planet Saturn is retrograde right now. That's good news. Yes. So right now, Capricorns, we are, at the present moment, we are currently in a waxing gibbous moon phase, right? Moving towards, in 5 days, in 5 short days, there will be a full moon. So that means a lot, right? Lots of things happening. So you have your planet, Saturn, then you have Neptune, you have Jupiter, you also have Pluto, that's retrograde, right? So for you, this is a very, very, very powerful time, right? Because, excuse me, when your ruling planet is retrograde, it doesn't mean your planet is moving backwards, doesn't mean that it's moving slower. Still moving at the same pace, but it gives the illusion that it's moving slower. It's giving you some time to really slow down and focus on some things, right? Plus, we have this full moon. So remember, let's start with your planet first. So Saturn governs ambition, right? It's a planet of ambition. So that's what you're focused on right now. You're focusing on setting long-term goals. I'm going to help you with that. Setting long-term goals. What are your ambitions? What are the things you've been talking about, you've been wanting to do for the longest time? That kind of thing. Also, not forgetting your creative juices, because Capricorns, you all are very creative, right? Sometimes people kind of that kind of gets lost in translation when people misunderstand you, but you all are extremely creative and humorous, I may add, too. Great sense of humor. Not only that, you have Pluto that's retrograde, which is the planet of death, rebirth. So you're still decluttering, still removing things. The beautiful thing, still removing things from your energy space, and that's in your own spiritual house, right? Because that could be fear, that could be doubt, that could be addiction to a person, place, or thing. You're still removing those things, right? Pluto will be retrograde until October 6th, right? Then you have Neptune, the planet of illusion, encouraging everybody to go after their dreams. So that's what you're doing. You're going after your dreams. And you have Jupiter also, which is retrograde right now. Jupiter is the planet of ethics, right? Good fortune. So not only are you ambitious, you're setting very firm boundaries. You're going after your dreams. You're dreaming bigger, right? So I have this dreaming bigger. You're dreaming bigger, but you also have good fortune and quote unquote luck on your side, and you're decluttering, right? So this is a wonderful time for everybody if they take advantage of it, especially if your ruling planet is retrograde. Now the full moon adds a different spin to it, another extra added layer. Excuse me. Like I said, currently today it's a waxing gibbous moon, right? So that means that you're very close to achieving your goal. This is where you know that you're on the right track. This is where you know that you're reviewing your plans. This is you're keeping the momentum going forward towards your dreams. This is where you're really staying focused. This is a good time to start a new project. It's also a good time to get back into some really good health habits, right? Because when you're in new moon energy, remember Capricorn, we were in new moon energy. And I was saying, okay, this is a time where this is a quiet, creative time, right? This is where you're going to be, planting your seeds, your intentions, and all of that, and just trusting that things are working out in your favor, right? So trusting that they're manifesting, and that's what they've been doing this entire time. Because you didn't just put the seeds in the ground, you actually watered them, you talked to them, right? You kind of talked to the dirt, right? Because you knew up under that dirt you had planted some seeds, you were watering them, you probably put some plant food in there, all of that, right? So of course, so let's look at your cards for just a second, because I'm looking at a lot of money in your cards, right? So one, we have justice in your favor, which is great, right? Justice card is attached to Libra. You all are a divine masculine sign, but Libra is divine. I'm sorry, you all are, excuse me, you are divine feminine sign, Capricorn. It doesn't matter how you identify. My brain was moving faster than my mouth. So Justice, the Libra card, is divine masculine. So their energy is directed outward, right? You are divine feminine, so your energy is directed inward, is cyclic, right? So you show your strength through your inner reserve. Stay with me with this. So this is where you're balancing out your energy, because justice being in your favor, even though Libra is divine masculine, Libra's ruling planet Venus is divine feminine, right? It's feminine. So this is where you're going to tap into doing the things that you absolutely love to do, because Venus is a planet of love, creativity, where your money, your libido, all of that is Venus, right? Love, 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 right? So yes, so what I'm also seeing here, emotionally, you want to do something you've been thinking about wanting to do since you were a child, something that's nostalgic, right? This is a person right here. This is attached to your emotions and creativity. This right here is a person who's been ruminating over it for a very, very, very long time. I really, really want to do it, but I'm not sure. You know how you've ever heard a person, Capricorn, say, I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired? That's this right here. I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired of having to, I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired of being scared. Like really, like this is where you're going to take a leap of faith. I'm telling you, take a leap of faith, Capricorn, because things will happen for you very, very quickly. Because I'm looking at financial independence for you. Let me put these down for just a second. This is financial independence for you. This is balancing out your daily affairs when it comes to money. But this is financial independence. You got to really, for some people, they have to dig deep in that crate and say, okay, what is it that I've always wanted to do since I was a child? I'm even talking to, at this point, I'm talking to Aquarius with Capricorn influence, and even Sagittarius with Capricorn influence, right? Tendencies, not influence, but tendencies. Aquarius with the Capricorn tendencies, Capricorns, and I'm also talking to Sagittarius with Capricorn tendencies, okay? So that's covering everybody. I'm talking to Capricorns, right? Anywhere Capricorn is in your chart, I'm talking to you, right? So even if you're a cross watcher, you pull up your birth chart, you see Capricorn somewhere in your chart, bam, I'm talking to you too. So again, this is where you're going to tap into balancing out your own energy, right? This is where you're going to have to really, as a cardinal sign, because cardinal signs take the initiative, right? So cardinal signs are you. It's also Libras. It is Aries is a cardinal sign, and also Cancers are cardinal signs. So you got 4 cardinal signs, right? You being one of them. Cardinal signs just means that you all are initiators. So you're actually taking the initiative, tapping into your divine masculine sign and saying, you know what? I'm going to put all fear, all doubt, all addiction to a person, place, or thing out of the way. That is the demonic side of ourselves, because that side is not walking by faith. You are actually walking by faith. You're not walking by fear. The demonic side of ourselves walks by fear and not by faith. So you ever sit down and you just say, you know what? I want to change my life. I really want to go after being a comedian. I really want to try that. I really want to start my podcast. I really want to start my YouTube channel. But see, it's the earth in you as an earth sign that if it doesn't make logical sense, you'll put everything on pause, right? So I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to help you with that, right? To really, really get back grounded and centered. Let's talk about the number 51 for just a second, because 51 is important. 51 means that you have a strong intelligence that is enhanced by your deep perception and gifts of discernment, right? This enables you to make sound judgments which you base on facts while balancing your decisions with compassion. It also means that you are filled with helpful ideas and you have an active mind, teaming them with new ideas, right? So this person right here, this is where your emotions and creativity lie. This is why I said at the beginning, before I even pulled the cards, how creative Capricorns are, because you have this creative, some of you all are writers, some of you all are great orators, some of you all are, aside from your regular 9 to 5 job, aside from that, there's something in you that you want to do creatively, like almost like it's just bursting to get out, right? And so this is a perfect time to go after it. Let's say you want to write a book. I'll just put that out there for a second. Let's just say you want to write a book, right? It's going to take a little extra added energy and passion, right, to do it after your normal work hours. You say, okay, well, I'm gonna have to put everybody else and everything to the side, meaning that if I'm in a house filled with people, I'm gonna tell people, listen, y'all need to find something else to do because I need at least 2 good hours to myself, maybe 3, right? Send everybody out of the house, or you go to your private room, so you can sit down and actually write. Or you want to start a podcast. You start going online and doing your research. How much is a microphone going to cost? Do I need to buy a camera? Can I just use my cell phone? Like, what is it? What is it going to take for me to at least put some things in place, like using your creative juices, right? Yes. Okay. So one of the things, and I've been saying this to earth signs, so your reading may be a little bit longer. I'm going to try to speed this up. It may be a little bit longer, but I'm going to try to get as much information to you as possible, Capricorns. I really, really want you all to win at this. So you got to remember something as an earth sign. How the universe communicates with you is through your skin. And your skin is your body's largest organ. It contains millions of nerve receptor cells. And so the touch is the first sensation everybody experiences, right? Especially for the earth signs, that's you, Taurus, and Virgo. So what is it that really touches you? Like really, really just kind of like really touches you physically, or touches your heart, touches your spirit, like something that's just like, because there's something in you creatively, Capricorn, that you want to get out that's really going to touch the world. That's what I'm seeing here. That's really going to touch the world. Something that you absolutely love to do. One of the things that you want to do and get in preparation for full moon, because like I said, right now it's waxing gibbous, but which means that the moon is bulging, right? That's what gibbous means. The gibbous moon means that the moon is bulging, and so it looks like it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Like you're about to give birth to something. Just always think of like gibbous moon as something like you're about to give birth to something. But what's interesting, you moving towards the full moon, Capricorn, is that you want to have some solo time with yourself. You want to get, ample sleep. You want to, replace maybe some coffee with matcha instead, right? You want to do a lot of reading. You want to do some sunbathing. You want to do one thing at a time instead of trying to, multitask, right? You want to kind of sort of be fully present doing one thing at a time. That's why I said you want to remove people from the house if you got a house full of people or whatever. Or let's say, for instance, you got a lot of friends that's pulling on you, trying to get you to do this, that, and the other. No, you need to carve out some time to focus on your creative energy so that you can do that thing, right? And it's going to take some discipline. And who better to do it? Discipline, Capricorn. Yes. Let's continue with your reading. So I just want to just kind of give you some confirmation that yes, you are headed in the right direction. You are on track. Now is a good time to review the plans that you set in place. You know those seeds that you planted on new moon? Yes. Review them. See if you see them little buds sticking up, right? Yes, because I'm seeing a lot of things pop out here for you all. Now, when we talk about Pluto being retrograde and you continuing to declutter, look, I see a lot of you all moving further and further away from chaos, confusion, and dysfunction. This is what I'm seeing for you, right? I'm seeing a lot of you all just like, listen, I need to move closer and closer towards peace and calm because it's what? Priceless. Yes, and I'm seeing a lot of you all have the Midas touch. So again, we're speaking more to your money, right? I'm also seeing a lot of you all either refinancing your house, moving into a new house or a new apartment or something, but I see you celebrating outside of a building. You know why? Because you're moving closer and closer to your purpose, right? Some of you all have been in some very challenging relationships, but guess what? You still came up with ideas, but you need to cut that relationship off because, again, even though you don't look like what you've been through and you see now all this mental dexterity, which is great, again, you were still walking a tightrope. It was still pulling energy from other places. Chaos, confusion, and dysfunction. Yes, pulling energy from other places. Then we have the sun card, right? Funny, we're talking about the full moon because the sun is a star. This is where you're going to really shine bright when you balance out your energy and you start focusing your creative energy on doing the things that you love, things that you are really, really passionate about. That's when we're talking about libido, like things that you're really passionate about. Like, what is it that you're just like, man, if I could. A lot of times people are like, I can't afford to do it. I'm working my regular job. It's going to take maybe 1-2 hours out of a day to put your energy and focus on your passion. I'm telling you, it's going to work for you, Capricorn. And then this is what the outcome is for you. Childlike exuberance. Because all you need to do is just start. You know, like the Nike, logo and slogan says, just do it. That's what this is. Just do it. Just take an hour or two out of your entire day and say, okay, well, you know what? I need to really discipline myself. Like, I need to get some quiet time. I'm gonna run it down again. Some solo time. You want to make sure you get proper sleep. You want to drink matcha instead of coffee. Yeah, because you don't want to overdose on caffeinated drinks, right? Caffeine is a drug. It is a drug. So matcha is so much better. You want to do reading more so than watching television. You really want to put your head in a book, and you want to also do a burning bowl ritual, right? Like I said here, all the challenging relationships that you all have been in, that you have sailed away from, you want to put their name in a bowl and you want to burn them names, because you're not going backwards. You're only moving forward. If they don't serve your highest purpose, Capricorn, they got to go. It's just that simple, right? It's just that simple. So I want to help you all reach your goal and not repeat cycles over and over and over again where you feel like, man, I'm scared, I'm nervous, I'm doubtful, I want to do it, but I'm scared. That right there is demonic energy. But stepping into faith is stepping into the God in you, like really trusting the God in you that this is going to work for me. Because how can it work for so many other people who have been successful at working? Especially, maybe you should go look at some of these people not that you're striving to be a celebrity, but maybe a writer. Because a lot of people don't strive to be celebrities. Some people are just like, yeah, I'm just going after my passions. Fame just is a byproduct of it. But just read some of the books and some of the autobiographies of some people. You can even Google it where you don't even have to read the whole story, and listen to and watch how they started out. A lot of them just like, you know what, I just was following my passion. And I loved it so much. I mean, people just came to me asking me if I would do X, Y, and Z, because that's how it happens. That is what I have for you. Have a fantastic day. But then again, I know you will, because that's the intention you set, right? Of course. Bye.